Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video, or at least adjacent video, because it's Topical Tuesday, where we take a look at the Lost Ark game subreddit over the last week and see what's been happening. Unsurprisingly, this has been the Wild Soul week, and I think a lot of people are going to be talking about the not-so-great Express event, so if that's not something you want to watch, you're probably safe to skip on this, this week. But I don't know exactly what's been going on, but I think it's probably going to be a lot of that. Oh yeah, people were very mad about the Event Guardian raid too. To be fair though, that is really stupid. So, let's just open up a couple of these, and let's see. I love this thread. Very simple, straight to the point. Yo, AGS. Me Makoko. Me no gold. Me no can hone. Me no can't join lobbies. Me quit soon. Thanks. Yes, we know. You buy pack. You can hone. Problem solved. Love AGS. You know, I don't know if this is an AGS problem. This might very well be Smilegate. I mean, honestly, does it really matter who really is to blame? It's like they're both the problem, right? The publisher, the developer, they both interact with each other to make like the region of the game localized, which is the whole publisher's job, right? And if the publisher doesn't do their job, well, people get very unhappy. Obviously, in some cases, publisher pushes for things that the developer doesn't want to give, but does it ultimately matter whose quote-unquote fault it is? It is a problem, right? And it is a problem that should be solved, or at least communicated upon. And time again, it just doesn't happen. I don't know, that's just my opinion. It doesn't, like, it's semantical, whose issue it really is. Which is why I always lump them both together, AGS/Smilegate, because I don't know whose genuine fault it is, but it is, I mean, they both share some blame. Any Hoosers. Me no buy, fuck you, AGS, me play another game. We don't want you poor cheapos to play our game. What is this? Aw. Dog with umbrella. Love that. Middle finger emoji. Love AGS. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. That's all I can really say on the matter. I'm just so... I mean, I know what's gonna happen. As somebody who's played the game for, like, what, 3 years now? It has been 3 years. I mean, this shit is to be expected, right? I'm very disillusioned, but that shit has always been an issue and will likely always be an issue until the game either stops getting updates or actually just EOSs, but I still don't think that'll be for a very long time, if ever. Another L for AGS/Smilegate. Actually bought my friend into Lost Ark 2 weeks ago. He waited patiently for the event to get his first character to 1640 to, you know, start playing the game at least a little, because anything pre-1640 is a dead zone. I think we never ever had such a crap event before. Little bro's missing like 3 million shards, 4k leapstones, and God knows how many bluestones and Arrayhas. There's no chance he gets a 1640 with this event. What the fuck is this? Just check T3 map prices. It's wild. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the actual numbers for the event, because I just really don't care that much. But when I was using Express events, you pretty much got like 90% of the way there, just from the Express event. And it's very clear to see that this Express event does not get you even close to that. It gets you very little, from what I understand. And it's not good. It isn't good. And I mean, if we take a second to just use our noodles and think why they would nerf the express event rewards so significantly, well, it makes pretty clear sense when you open the shop and look at the packs that they introduced with this class. It is what it is. This is why Koreans shat on it. While it does have insane value, they removed all of the value from mats and gave the honing buff. Yeah, I mean, this is true. The LOS is pretty fucking big. I mean, it cannot be understated how good that is. But this also doesn't really matter if the characters are stuck at like 1600 or 1610, right? Why can't they have both? Why can't you get them into tier 4 and then also give them like LOS 24? Would that be broken? I don't think so. But maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't usually shit on events or free stuff, but this one is nuts. I mean, the free stuff is always nice. It's just the Express event itself is worthy of being talked about because it is not good. In fact, it is the exact opposite of the events that we've had in the past. It literally feels like they traded fucking, like, giving LOS and gems for the mats to hone, which, again, why can't they have both? It makes no sense to me. It's just another event where established accounts and players don't really, it doesn't really affect them. Like, it might be, like, slightly annoying or whatever, but, like, I think a lot of people probably have just shard bags chilling around if they've been playing the game for a while. And, or at least the ability to get a bunch of bound shard bags from vendors that they've never touched, shit like that. At least I know I have, but I don't know, maybe I'm an outlier. Because I've never, like, tried to super juice a new class, but I'm getting off on a tangent. The Express event should have just been better outright. I don't think there's really an argument for it, truthfully. I mean, the only argument for it is that they wanted to try to push people to buy the honing pack, which that's what makes sense to me. It's not good, but that's what makes sense to me. Not a super accurate calculation. Quick glance seems that people will need at least 2.2 to 2.5 million extra shards, 3,000 leapstones, and 2,000 rehas. Lol, what a fucking L event. Most people use their T3 exclusive bags on last pass or 2 while opening T4 ones to push their character, blah blah blah. Event shop barely gives anything. The event shop is pretty bad, but to be fair, the event itself is pretty bad, so that might be low-key a blessing in disguise. Commented about this last Express event and got downloaded into oblivion. People saying this is an MMO, you're not supposed to get tier 4 day 1. This shit always makes me laugh. Because it's like, even if you get into tier 4 day 1, that's like the beginning of the game. You have so much additional shit to grind for at that point. I think, I remember reading a comment somewhere, maybe it's in here, but they were basically comparing it to, like, basically, like, imagine somebody starts playing WoW, and rather than being able to play and work towards the latest content, you had to get placed in, like, fucking Battle for Azeroth, and then you had to play through all of the old content from there up towards the newest shit. And that shit would be ridiculous. It would just be ridiculous. The old content is old content for a reason. It's like, unless there's a system designed to make the old content stay relevant, which there really isn't in this game, if you don't get gold from the content, and you don't get, like, materials from the content, you're not going to be running the content. The only other people that are going to be running the content are people in the exact same situation as you, which is not going to be very many of them, because a lot of people aren't going to want to deal with that shit. If you can't play with your friends who have been playing the game, what's the point of playing the game, period? And again, there's a very large difference between getting to the tier 4 item level and then being at the level of your friends, but at least getting into the same fucking tier bracket as them is a start. because there is so much additional shit you have to grind for in this game. It's just absurd to me. Oh, Lord. And then there was this whole issue with the books. Hey, AGS not refunding people for the book bug a week after you took people's gold for the cube bug is a comically evil behavior. Seriously, if you're going to punish people when you accidentally give them too many resources, make it right when you give them too few. A business taking something back after they've made a mistake rarely happens in real life because the company is the one at fault, not the consumer. And doing so as absolutely destroys consumer goodwill. When a brick and mortar business sells you something that contains less than advertised, that's called fraud. Now, what you've done with the honing books clearly isn't that bad because you didn't purchase them, but I bet a lot more people bought honing packs as a result, which makes this total incompetence at best and a complete scumbag move at worst. Neither of which really paints the future of Western servers in a positive light, but one is clearly worse. Make it right. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just... It's consistent behavior is what I will say. None of this is particularly new. It just kind of sucks that nothing has changed. I will say that. Because it is shitty. The Event Guardian raid has to be a joke. Okay, so this shit is fucking... this shit is crazy to me. I'll just read the post. So to get this straight, the entire Event Guardian shop, you need 7,000 tokens, basically. They're only earnable by doing the actual event Chaos Guardians, not the Curse in Front or normal Guardian raids. You get 100 tokens per character per day, meaning if you want to buy everything within the shop in the 25 days, you have to do roughly 2.74 Event Guardians per day, or 16 overall. Due to the downscaling with Arc Passive, the combat feels atrocious. Little fun fact, T4 gems are disabled in this area. Am I missing something? Please change this. What the hell? So... overall, I'm not going to argue or talk about, like, the time investment. I mean, it's an event. You have, like, months to do it. It's whatever. We've had this exact event before. The crazy part about this event to me is the fact that Arc Passive doesn't work in the Guardian raid. And there's no engravings or anything anymore outside of that. Like, there's no T3 system, so it's just... there's no Arc Passive. T4 gems don't work. It just feels so janky. Like they didn't consider, even for a second, to at least make the Event Guardian shit just function normally. It doesn't really matter because the buffs still make you kill the fucking things really fast anyways, but it's just the premise of it makes me just... what are they doing? The event was really fun the first time around because you could hit the bosses very hard and see what numbers you wouldn't come close to seeing otherwise. Second time the event came around, it was whatever. Now it's just more grind during excluded days without feast. Without an event feast either, true. You need to stop bringing back this Event Guardian trash. It's such a waste of time. It is true. I do think this is a pretty bad event. I think this comment summed it up pretty well. The first time the event ran was pretty cool because it was in a period of time where like relic sets were like barely a thing. Everybody was using like fucking rat gems, so it was like pretty cool to see how it was. No Arc Passive, Gimp stats ruin, no tokens, no event fees, can't enter below 1580. That's crazy. Have to walk to the entrance. Yeah, truly. This is the one that would do it for me. God forbid. Oh, Lord. And then the last thread that I have opened is, I'm wondering if they're not doing it on purpose. Now I don't understand anymore. How is it possible to be so disconnected from the players? Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. I don't know if because Aegis doesn't do its job of negotiating with Smilegate well, or if Smilegate are just tyrants, but there's a real problem. Growth event last time is already degraded. We need new players to refresh the player base. But how can we do it if you have to pay 4k gold for 1.5k shards? You need to pay 84 gold per abound. I'm assuming Leapstone. 18 gold per 10 blue crystals. There's no reduction in honing on a con gear. 1k gold per tap for the weapon, for example. Currently jail new players in the item level bracket 1580 to 1600, but when they want to do a raid like a con, etc., there are no lobbies. What's the plan? Tell us. On the other hand, T4 event gems and LOS 24, LOS and Cliff 24 are good, but they need to be able to get there to use them. True. Like I said, I don't know why they can't have both. I don't know why they have to pick insanely good, like, account rewards with, like, gems, or the ability to hone to the item level. Should just be both. And how is it possible to be so disconnected? Either Amazon isn't pushing hard enough, or they're not pushing at all, or they just don't care, or it's Smilegate not wanting to. But if Smilegate is not wanting to, you'd have to ask yourself why. Not that we'll ever know what the actual disconnect is between AGS and Smilegate, but there is clearly one. They've done this intentionally. Why do you think they release packs that have huge value to get people to spend? True. Anyways, it's just more of the same. Like I said, this week is very, very event pass coded, and for good reason. I think it's not a good decision by them. Anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts as always, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you for watching and spending some time with me, as your time is the most valuable resource in the world. And it's always nice that, I mean, shit, somebody chooses to spend it on little old me. Anyways, like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good shit. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members. It's Inner Diz, Remix My Life. I'm Newful. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.